Alrighty, I think I am live. I hope anyone watching back in the future is having a great day. As always, going to wait a little bit here till some people come into the chat. I think I'll move over this way a little bit. There we go. Hey, Linda, you're number one in the chat. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Alrighty, looks like the notifications are working. We're rolling right away. I may have to pull this a little bit closer. That's probably about right there. I can always move one of those up further. I'm doing okay right now. I appreciate you asking. And while we're waiting for some people to show up, I think there's 10 people here now. Anyone who's here, please let me know how the audio sounds. Should be good. And as everyone can see behind me, we have 2 boxes of $50. I'm not sure if I'm going to go through both of them tonight or not. Maybe it just depends on how slow or good the boxes are. May save one for another stream later this week, or like I said, just really depends. I have no idea how long I'm going to stay on. But as always, we'll at least go through one box for sure. I don't know, Rob. What do you see? Actually does kind of need straightened. Wrong way. It's backward in the... There you go. That's a little better. There we go. That light's extra glary tonight. That's not too bad. All right. Still wait around a little bit till some people get here. Just did this on the fly. Don't have anything to talk about. But I hope you all have been finding some goodies, whatever you've been treasure hunting for. I'm hoping we can continue on with the good boxes I've been having lately. Thankfully, the boxes I picked up today is a mixture, circulated coins with some 2023s. So we got more boxes to search. They're not all new coins. So I'm happy I've been able to get some circulated $50 to search through. I did check these for the, I pulled the top rolls out and checked the top of the bottom rolls. So at least 3 ends of the rolls I can check, not just the bottom of the bottom. I didn't see any silver or anything really special on the ends, but of course the good stuff can always be in the middle. Hey, Janine, how's it going? Hey, Lisa. I don't know, Rob. Maybe it's just a hat. Maybe it isn't. Maybe there's more to it. Maybe my spy gear is up in there so I can record people. So I'll do a recap for the last box while we're waiting for people. Now, I don't have it in hand to show it, but actually my best find was not silver. I found a 1989D $50 in really good shape with the mint mark punched way too low. There's actually one in similar condition to the one I found on eBay that sold for $59 in a slab. So who knows? It may be worth 20 bucks, but it was a really good find. And while we're waiting for everyone else, these are the 2 silvers I found in the last box because I have them right here with me. For anyone who didn't get to see the previous stream, got some good finds. A really, really nice 1967 40% silver. And I found a 90% silver 1964. So the boxes have been treating me pretty good. And I still haven't gotten the videos posted on a few boxes I went through off stream several weeks ago. These are the 2 silvers I found in the last box, plus the error. There wasn't anything else interesting. It was really a quality over quantity box. No proof coins, anything like that. Definitely quality over quantity. And of course, they're in the fire bucket. Fire in the hole! All right. I am going to go ahead and just start. We'll get at it. We got 21 people in here. That's good enough for me. The notifications are going out. I'm sure some more people are dropping by. Thank you. 6 of you already hit the like button. Very much appreciated. Oh, yeah. So before I start, you all get to pick. Let me make sure I have the right one marked here. This is box 1. This is box 2. So let me know in the chat if you want me to go through box 1 or box 2. I can give you a look at them. This is box 1. It is, there's only on the top, there's only like 2 new coins in the end. They look pretty similar to me. Actually, the boxes look fairly identical. I will say, though, just on the top, no, it's about the same. Maybe a couple more new ones on this box. But, I mean, they're very similar. The boxes are very similar. There actually looks like there are less new $half in these boxes, which is good that my boxes are trending in that direction. Maybe not as heavy on the 2023s and 2021s. Okay, Linda says box 2. Ron says box 1. We'll wait to see if a couple other people chime in the chat. Actually, I haven't done it around a long time. I wonder if I can do I haven't done it for a while. Oh, you can add a goal. Oh, you can set it like a super chat goal or something. And of course, super chats are always appreciated, but they are not required. I'm thankful for everyone either way. But I did demonetize my channel fully a while back, so they're always appreciated if you like the content. And Chan, good to see you. He says box number 1. We'll let a couple other people chime in before we open one. So if you're just coming in, pick box number 1 or 2 for me to open. They look pretty similar to me. James, how's it going? He said box number 1. Both. That's a good answer. All right. Well, we got 3 votes for box number 1 and a vote for box number 2. So we're just going to go ahead and start with box number 1. And I will start with the first roll here, and we'll work a pattern going up and down. And let's get 2 2023s on both ends of this roll. And I'm going to put this down just a little bit so we can see the coins more. And then, as always, I'll back up because I want to make sure you can see the coins in frame. All right, let's get rolling. Oh, yeah, and real quick, I let it grow in for quite a while. It's going to have to get trimmed probably after this stream or when I open the next box. But my coin roll hunting fingernail, see how I let that grow in? Wait, we got to focus here. See that? I let it grow nice and long. Why doesn't this want to focus? It's probably because of the black hand, the black gloves and behind it. But anyway, really nice and easy to get under there and open these rolls. Oh yeah, these rolls are a little bit heavier on the circulated coins, so that's good. How many new ones? Let me just look from the edges, get an idea here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 new coins. So that's good. Will be heavier on the circulated, which gives a greater opportunity to find old coins. That's exactly what we want. All right, get the bag started here. So while I'm going through everything, feel free to put your comments below. Let me know what you guys have been up to, what you've been finding, if you have any questions for me, and I'll try to interact with the chat and not zone out here too much because I'm still trying to get used to doing the live streams again. I appreciate the prayers. I've been feeling much better. I haven't had any return to the previous issues I've had, so I'm very thankful. And sooner than later here, I decided I'm actually going to go through Ancestry.com to get my DNA and all that figured out, and then I can just check the genetic stuff from there. I figured that'd be a cool way to do it because I've actually been wanting to get a DNA test for a long time. So that'll let me know if I've got the MTHFR thing going on, which I think I do. Probably make my life make quite a lot more sense. We already got something, guys. I saw it from the reverse. I was going too fast and I wanted to cheat and take a peek at it, and I did. But anyway, what I was saying, the way the MTHFR works, if one parent has it, which I believe my mom does and my dad probably doesn't, means I would have a 50-50 chance of having it. So that's actually very likely. But guys, we got a proof coin. Second coin to the last in the second roll. We got a really nice proof coin. I'm going to show you the reverse of it. This thing is blazing. It's a beautiful coin. So you can guess the year when I show you the reverse of it. But man, we already got a good one in roll number 2. Look at that. Stunning. Before I reveal it, I'll let everybody guess the date in the chat for a little bit. First, it is a clad proof, so it is not silver, but that is still a beauty. I already saw the date because I flipped it, so I can't guess. We got a guess for 2021 and 1979 and 89. That's a nice one. It obviously has barely been circulated. We got a guess for 94, 2002. All right, I'm going to go ahead and flip it. In 3, 2, 1. The last guess was really close. It is a 2001 S. It is so shiny. It wants to. You can see my camera. Got a couple scuffs on the front, but man, look at that. 2001 S. That's a really nice one too. I think some of that's just a little bit of a fingerprints too. Yeah, most of that rubbed right off. Just some very minor marks on the high points. That is a beauty. All right. Well, this is a good start. Maybe I'll update the title to the stream already. Where on earth? I can't even remember where the options are for this. Streams are changing. Oh, here we go. Edit. There we go. We'll put proof coin in second roll. We'll update the title there. All right. Last one I found was a 2005 S, but way more dinged up than this one. Yeah, I found a mix. I've actually been finding a lot of proof coins in my boxes. Some of them, there was a proof collection dump where they were all like brand new, but then I found one last week in the last stream that had been circulated for a really long time and almost all the finish was gone. It's kind of mixed. I find them in all conditions, good and bad. Oh, wow. Only 2 new coins in this roll, so sweet, mostly circulated coins. I like this. And I'm noticing already there's a lot of bicentennials, which is good. It means there's a lot of older coins. A lot of older coins. I think we're going to be doing pretty good. And I see some of the new ones, they're a little heavier on the 2021s than the 2023s. So, oh, well, here I already just, I like the way this box is heading. I already just popped an NIFC 2017P. It's all dinged up. I'm just going to toss it back, or I'll set it here for now. I'm not going to keep it. Come on, focus. You can focus out on me. You know you can do it. Hold on. Remember, the trick is always the water bottle. Remember, every time. It works every time. All right. Rule number 4. Yeah, only like 3 or 4 new ones in this roll too. Nice. We're going to take our time this stream and go through the dates, make sure I don't miss anything. And that's how I found that really nice error last time too. That's a really sweet coin. There's one 2023. Yeah, more bicentennials. A lot of bicentennials in this batch. And then a 2021 for the new ones. Oh, you went to your first coin show? Cool. I hope you picked up some neat stuff. Hey, Dennis, how's it going? Okay. For me, I've just been working on a lot of end of the year stuff, getting life organized, and I'm actually going to start into my taxes soon to get that. I want to try to get that knocked out early this year rather than putting it off. Oh yeah, it's cold here too. It's really cold here. Got a couple new ones here. I thought one of them was a proof, but it's not. Oh wait, what is that? Is that another one? No. What is this? Huh. That's really thick rim. This might be from a mint set. I'll show it in a second. I'm going to look through the other coins first. It looks like I got a near, well, I mean like an uncirculated coin that was maybe circulated a little bit, if you know what I mean. It was from a set, but then lightly circulated, I think. It's an interesting coin, though. I'll show it here in a second, and we'll inspect it. Is that a 2023D? I think my other ones are mostly P's. Okay. This box is interesting already. Like I said, I'm only into roll 6. We got a beautiful proof, an NIFC, and this one just looks sharper, and the edge looks thicker. I think this is from, I think this might be from a mint set. This is a bicentennial, and apart from a couple marks, it is really, really shiny. And it's also a slightly weak strip. But look at the reverse on it. It looks proof-like. Wait a second. Yeah, there's something. Hold on a second. Wait, this is different than the normal ones. I'm not tripping here, am I? Hold on. Let me grab another bicentennial. No. Or yeah, this is definitely. This has to be from a mint set. I've never seen one with a detail this sharp. Let me show it up here again. Look at the reverse of that. It's almost proof-like, but it's a D mint. And some of that will wipe off the front too. It's kind of a slightly weak strike too. You can see the voids in the fields a little bit, like when I tilt it that way. It's an interesting. It was struck on an older die too. It's the mint mark's actually almost like filled in. It's like harder to read. Yeah, this has to be This has to be from like a mint set. And all that black rubbed right off of it. I'll show it one more time and then we'll continue on. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really interesting box here. I'll show it up close one more time. All that junk rubbed right off of it. Oh, and then I'll show the reverse. The reverse, that is the best reverse I have ever seen on a bicentennial, and I'm not exaggerating. That definitely had to have come out of the set. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll set that aside and keep going. I like the way this box is heading. Cool, Ron. You got to get it filled up. Okay, don't see any silver here, but as always, check them all out. Well, there's a 2022D. And I've noticed the 2023s in this box, they're mixed between like P and D mint. Usually my 2023s are Phillies, but this box is actually kind of mixed. And there's some really nice 74Ds in here. I got to check for the variety. Just trying to look at them real quickly. Some of these new rims are getting me. I keep thinking some of these new ones are proofs. They're just really nice 2021s. But when you start finding stuff, you get overly optimistic too. Still a lot of bicentennials. Hey, David, how's it going? Yeah, Michael, usually, I mean, here in Tennessee, there's a lot of P and D mints, but yeah, usually when things are first released, it seems to be more Philly mint in this area. But I noticed this box is split on the newer coins. There's P's and D's. Like this one's a D. There's a lot of 74Ds in here too. Yeah, actually, a lot of these are Ds, the 2023s. That one's a P. Another bicentennial. Yeah, strange mix. We'll take it. Hopefully we get some silver popping out here too. Yeah, here in Tennessee, it's definitely more of a split. We rarely get it takes the S mint coins a long time to, well, I mean, apart from the proofs, they don't really make S mint coins for circulation, so we don't really get those. But the older ones, even the older coins, whether it's even metal detecting too, whether it's coin roll hunting or metal detecting, finding the S mint coins made for circulation is probably, I don't know, maybe one out of every like 60 coins here, like old ones you find, maybe not even, maybe more than that. Like if like metal detecting, let's say I dig up 100 wheat pennies, probably maybe, actually, yeah, probably maybe only like 2% of them, maybe like 2 coins out of 100 will be S mint. And usually the S mint coins we will find are, I mean, you can find the older ones, they're harder to find, but usually they're, World War II era, when transportation, there was a lot more, back and forth by that period. They're usually from like the 1940s, 50s, that kind of thing. Got a 1983 with a very weak FG on the reverse, but I can kind of see it. So I'm not going to keep that. Steven, how's it going? Good to see you here. For anybody just coming in, we're just getting through the top of the box here. And already got a beautiful proof coin, a bicentennial from a mint set, and an NIFC I set aside. So there might be some more stuff floating around here. I'm hoping we're going to see some silver too, but we shall see. There's a lot of bicentennials in here, and don't know what happened to this one, but it's not very nice. Figured I like showing the oddball stuff too. When I have the camera focused down, it's hard to focus on stuff. I don't know why. It's like if I move it up like this, for some reason, it's a lot easier to focus. That's nasty. All right, let's keep going. Looks like it had some kind of tape on it or something. How's it going, Sarah and Mr. Magnet? I'm pretty sore today. I actually played a lot of basketball at the local YMCA yesterday. Played in a lot of games, especially because the team I was on kept winning for a while. I think I played like 8 games. They weren't all extremely long. Sometimes when people are waiting, you only play to like 12 points, but played a lot of basketball yesterday. The most I have in quite a long time. So I'm sore. Nothing jumping out at me in this one. Still kind of an even mix of circulated and uncirculated. Two 2021s in a row there. But actually, a lot of these coins are from the 70s, like the older boxes I used to get. A lot of them from the 70s. So far for the coin roll hunting, 2 silvers this year, 140% and 190%, which was in the last box that I did on New Year's Day. And that would be fun if we could add to that total tonight. Whoa. We got gold. Yes. I have not seen one of these in a long time. Look at that. Gold. I always said, wouldn't it be crazy if I found one of the 3/4 ounce gold, 90% gold coins from 2014, which this probably is not going to be that. It's probably going to be gold plated $half. I literally peeled the wrapper right at the edge of it. Let's show this one more time. You can see it right there at the edge of the wrapper. That is gold. Gold, I tell you. Man. All right, let's take a peek at this here. Oh, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I'll let you guys guess the date. This is counter stamped too. This is awesome. It's in such good condition too. Man. Okay, let me show you the reverse, and then you all can guess the year of it. This is awesome. If I can get this to focus here. I gotta get a better angle on this. Hold on, let me just move this up here again. I don't know why. It doesn't want to focus at that downward angle. I'm going to have to work on the lighting here because this is not the best angle. What is it doing? Bear with me. There we go. It's because it's so shiny, you can barely tell the gold color because when the camera hits it, it's just like completely glares out. But it's gold. And watch when I flip it. It's so shiny, you can barely tell that it's gold on the screen. See the counter stamp? It says 1960, 1980. This thing is so shiny, it's literally like debilitating the camera. It's gold plated. It is so shiny. I can't remember what these commemorated. I'll have to look this up. I think I found a similar one a long time ago. You can see the counter stamp on it, 1960 and 1980, and it's on it stamped on a 1973. Man, it's in such good shape too. Hey, Copper Owl Coins, how's it going? Hey, Toby. Hey, Tropton. Wow. All right, let me look this up real quick because I'm actually curious. I can't remember. I've seen one of these before. Oh, here we go. It's a double date Kennedy half dollar. Let's see. Covered in pure 24 karat gold. 1960 1980, commemorating the 20th anniversary of his election to the presidency. So this is a JFK 20th anniversary to his presidency, and you can look them up on eBay. They used to come in like a blue, kind of like a blue case, and with a little bit of write up on it. Really super cool. So obviously being stamped 1980, this is from 1980 naturally, but the half dollar itself was minted in 1973. Let's see what these actually sell for. Let me just type in. Let me type in this. So there's one on eBay, a cheaper one for $5 plus 4 shipping. All the other ones seem to be a lot more expensive. So that's probably on the cheap end. I guess call it $9. Cool. That is awesome. Let's put that in the title. This will be fun. But found 24K gold in proof already. All right, sweet. This is a nice box. There's some beautiful collector's coins mixed in here. Let's pop the rest of these out. Perplexed, what's going on? Silver Banky, how's it going? All right, let's continue on now. We had to take a minute to take a look at that beauty we just pulled out of here. Man, no silver yet, but some other finds that have definitely made up for it. Like, I'm not even in the bottom half of the box yet, though. Already found a JFK 24 karat gold commemorative, a beautiful proof in a bicentennial from a mint set. Nothing in that roll. Don't see anything here, but you never know in the middle. Yeah, those 2023s are definitely mixed P&D mints. Didn't find any silver yet, but we got a couple of really, really nice coins so far. Actually, 24 karat gold plated. If you literally just came in, it was just like a couple minutes ago. And another beautiful proof. We're still waiting on that first piece of silver to come flying out. With as much as I'm finding in this box, hopes are. I found it. I'm going to take a look at this one more. I found a 1971 pretty significant weak strike. I'm going to take a peek at it close up, see if it's worth keeping because it's not damaged. The bottom of the 7 is almost completely gone, and you know it's a weak strike because when you flip it over, the word "of" is almost missing. I'll show this one up close just so you all can see it. Now, this is probably one of the most common errors, but you can see there it's a weak strike near the date. The bottom of the 9-7 and the bit of the 1 is almost missing. And then when you flip it over, the top of the last S in states and the of is really rubbed. It's hard to see. This one actually may be worth keeping because it's in pretty good shape too. I'll set it aside and make that call later. But that's a really common error though, so it has to be pretty pronounced to be worth saving because those pop up. Oh man, I look dirty clad one here almost looked like silver. Really got me. It's a really nasty 1980 with some like multicolor thing going on there. I'll show the color. That's a bizarre color on this one. Almost looks like a bit of gasoline or something. Those crazy colors. That one almost fooled me for 40% silver on the edge because it looks just so off. I was definitely not expecting to find gold tonight. That was definitely not on my radar. Those ones that have the blurry, I call it blurry edge on both sides. I don't think those ones are struck through grease because it's just right by the rim and it doesn't affect anything else. I don't know if it technically could be, but I always thought the struck through grease affect more of like the overall of the coin or certain pockets of it. I always thought that was more of an issue like with the die, but I could be wrong. Getting through the top half of the box here. Still got a lot to go through. And there's only like maybe on average like 4 to 5 new coins mixed in per roll. So yeah, a lot of circulated, which is great. That increases the odds for the better finds. Let's kind of closer to what my old boxes used to be like years ago. Yeah, you could be right on that. I don't know the exact technical terms for all the different things going wrong. There's a really nice 85. I never really studied the differences of those too much, of like what they're called technically. Or actually, yeah, I guess that wouldn't be a weak strike. You're right, because the weak strikes are normally, you're right, it's normally the ones that kind of have the, like what looks like the pitting, the voids in the metal, that sort of thing. Well, not really something I'm going to keep, but there's another NIFC 2018 Denver. All right. One more roll, and then we're through the top half of this box. Some weird colored ones. It's like peach colored something on there. It's kind of gross. All right, last roll for the top half of the box. Yeah, I know. The new ones, I haven't really even been following the mintages. I know some of those are barely considered NIFCs in my estimation too. I just kind of say that for like anything that's like pre-2020. But I don't keep any of those unless they're like blazing perfect condition. You know what I just found, guys? It's an old one, but I just found more gold. This is a really old gold-plated $50 with a lot of the gold plating missing. I didn't notice it by rim because it's more coppery than gold because it's been worn down. But I literally just found another gold-plated coin, and literally it's so old. The gold plating is actually coming off of my finger. You might be able to see it shine in there on the edge of my finger. I'll show it up close, but this one has been a gold-plated one that's been circulating for a very long time. You can see the gold is literally flaking off. But I found another gold-plated $50 in this box. And this one's a 1983p. The first one is stunning and like in perfect condition. And this one may have been a more cheaply done one. But that is a gold-plated $50. The reverse looks a little bit better. Huh. Crazy. 2 gold-plated coins. For anyone coming in, I can't really show it up close. It's so shiny, it drives the camera bonkers. You can see it from there. Look at that thing. There's a 24-karat gold-plated 20th year anniversary of Kennedy's presidency. It's so shiny, the camera like hates it when I get it up close. We just found that earlier in the box. It hurts my eyes, it's so shiny. But it's gold. All right, and it's counter stamped. It literally has 1960 and 1980 stamped on each side of it. It's actually one of the legit anniversary coins. All right, into the bottom half of the box. Let's be a rebel and start in the middle of the box and work our way out. Let's do that. Right, yeah, 1960 or 2002 to 2020. Yeah, I think that's what I remember too. 2002 to 2020, and also 1987, which I have found the 1987s in the rolls before. All right, 2 gold coins in the same box. Isn't that wild? And it's hard to say. Those could be from completely different like sources if this was all mixed in from different customers, because one's really nice and one's really horrible. Normally you can tell the 1987s by edge. They really stand out. Hey, Robert, how's it going? Good to see you in here. I hope you're doing well. For anybody coming in, tonight we're finding gold instead of silver. Man, I really hope one of these days I can pull out a 2014 90% gold coin. Okay, I thought I had another gold one for a second, but it's just like a rainbow toned one. I'll show it in a second, just for fun. I don't know. That's crazy toning, especially the reverse. I don't know how well the camera is going to show, but look at this side. It's like got pink, blue, yellow. And that's not a very old one either. 1994. I got rainbow toning on it. Plugs, how's it going? Been doing good. Hope you're good. Whoa. Got some different looking rims in here. One that's really gold looking. I wonder what that's going to be. Let me show it up close in case it's something interesting. It's a really it's like an orange rim. It doesn't really show up well on camera. Let me see which one it is here. And then one below it's thick. I don't know if that's just a 70s coin. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 up and then 6. There's a sixth one, fourth coin from the bottom, the one that's shiny there. Then 2 above it, it's like an orange rim. Okay, so the one that's orange is just a really sharp 1985. It's like an uncirculated 1985 with some interesting... That's very interesting. Let's check the other one. It might just be a new one. Oh, okay. It's the one that I thought was a little bit thicker is a 2015 D NIFC. We'll set that aside. And this 1985, the rim is like orange. But check out the reverse of this 1985. Man, it's this has barely been circulated. It's one little nick on the back that could have just been from the mint, but the obverse is a little bit more dull. A lot of the late 80s coins were not struck very well, but that's like an uncirculated 1985. The reverse is stunning. I don't know, and the rim's like orange on it, so I don't know. I wonder if that one could have come from a mint. Oof, I almost just dropped the whole roll. That was a good save. I wonder if that one could have come out of a mint set. Let's look through the rest of these. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely interesting coins in this box that got to keep my eyes peeled. There's another one of those that had tape on it. Found a couple of those in the box. Could be, Michael. A lot of those, some of those, yeah, it has that kind of dull look at it. Or like maybe it was the top coin sitting on something, and it's like, because I think the obverse is slightly more toned. It could have been like on the end of a roll or something for a long time. Hard to say. But I like those when the one side's a little bit yellowish and the other side's like blast white. But yeah, probably just sitting around for a really long time. Collectors have habits of doing that too. I've done it myself. You leave a coin sitting somewhere forever and it tones on you, and then the back looks perfectly white and the front's like yellow or like yellow blue even. So that's probably from a collector and it's been sitting around for a long time. Yes, Steve, I've been feeling much better since ever I had that sort of break in what was going on. It never came back. Now I can have little periods where I'm still feeling like a little, like maybe not 100%, but not the symptoms I had before. Like all of whatever that surging was, none of that has repeated since it left. It never came back. So I'm very thankful for that. I've been feeling significantly better, not just a little bit. So all of the irritability that came with that, all of that is gone. So I'm very, very thankful with whatever was going on that has subsided. And if you weren't here, I was telling everybody else, I'm actually going to do this the smart way because I've wanted to do it anyway. I'm going to be getting a genetic test. I've actually wanted to do a video on that for a long time. And I can actually check for the MTHFR gene mutation in my genetic testing. So kind of knock two birds out with one stone on that one. So sooner or later, I'm going to order that. But I likely actually have the MTHFR because my mom has it, and that gives you like a 50-50 chance of getting it if one parent has it. So I likely have it. Hey, first one for me. I'll show you guys here in a second. Okay. This is my first one I've ever found. It's a 2024. Wow. So these coins were rolled fairly recently. That's my first one. First one I found coin roll hunting. 2024, Denver. It's weird seeing that new, and now we're into 2025, obviously. But this is my first 2024 because the market was mass flooded with 2023s. So I quit coin roll hunting for a long time over this year because all of my boxes were brand new coins for quite a while. So I gave it a break and came back until I could, when I could get circulated coins again. So that's my first 2024. Cool. I'll set that aside. It's first one. I just happened to notice that date was different on that one. Got a really thick, nasty looking rim here. Yikes. This thing was exposed to a lot of moisture. That's probably a metal detector find. I think it was dug out of the ground and then somebody tried scrubbing it. That is really corroded. Bicentennial $50. Maybe somebody dug up. Toned coins are only worth more. Usually, if the older the coin, the better. If it's on the more modern coins, it's got to be some kind of really awesome, amazing, mind-blowing toning, or it has to be on like a coin that's like uncirculated or something like that. Generally, just because you randomly have a toned coin really isn't going to necessarily just make it worth something. But there has to be something else special about it too. Okay, I just found a circulated NIFC of 2004. I'm not going to keep it, but figured I'd just mention it because it's something out of the norm. There's another really nasty looking bicentennial. Yeah, $50 aren't always easy to track down. I'm thankful I'm working with a bank right now that's been able to consistently order them for me, and I'm not getting all the brand new boxes, so I'm actually able to find some cool stuff lately, and I'm very thankful for that because that could change at any time. But make sure you always ask for, if you want to get some $50 too, sometimes you don't have to be able to order boxes. Sometimes people turn them into the bank, and if you ask your bank if they have any, usually they'll sell them to you if they have them. It was last year I picked up, or no, earlier this year. Well, I've got a couple collections, but earlier this year, one of my banks had 3 random rolls that somebody turned in, and there were 3 silver coins within a few rolls. So you never know what's going to pop up. I'm dropping coins like crazy now. All right, getting close to toward the end here of the first box. No silver has popped out yet, but we still have hope for that. There's kind of a thick rim here. Just kind of a toned, nice condition 79D. Sometimes the 70s coins can have really thick rims. But we're checking all the dates today to make sure I don't miss anything interesting. I'm not just silver hunting. I'll do a recap at the end here, and there is a... Oh, that fooled me for a second. I knew that couldn't be silver. Just see my eyes? I got a really nasty coin here. And the way that looks, it almost looks like 1967 if you look at it that way. But when you tilt it up, it's a 1997. I thought I got fooled there for a second and thought I had a 40% silver. But that is a really nasty. I don't know what happened to that. That had to be damaged in moisture for quite a while. But it's not even that old. It's a nasty 1997. That date literally fooled me for a second. Okay, focus. There we go. And then check out this coin. What is on this? Stickers? It looks like there's stickers on this one. It's hard to get these into these rolls to focus. There you go. It's like 2 stickers. Is that a 7 and a 0? I have no idea. I'm trying to think. Like, actually, I've been finding... I've gotten silver in, like, maybe, like, I think 3 of my last 4 boxes have had silver. So many weird coins in this box. This one, somebody tried to... Looks like somebody started trying to drill a hole through that one. I keep the hold ones, but that one's just punched. Literally, he got punched in the ear. Yeah, it's post-mint damage. Somebody hammered on that one. It's a really nice 74D that's all like uncirculated. The bag doesn't want to stay open. Come on. There you go. Okay. Another thick orange looking one. It's a 1974. This is going to look like proof sometimes too. This box slowed down a little bit, but I think we'll get one last find here for sure. We still got 12 rolls left in this box. But yeah, for anyone who missed it, I'm trying to do recaps sometimes on the shorts videos. But how many boxes ago was that? Wasn't the last one, so the one before. So 2 boxes ago, I got my first Ben Franklin $50 in a long time. So that was really fun. I haven't found a Walking Liberty half in quite a long time. So now I need to get one of those. Foreign silver would be cool. I've never found foreign silver in the $50. But with the Ben Franklin box, I did get that large British penny from 1964. That was pretty fun, even though it was worth less than 50 cents probably. I think those big British pennies in good condition from like the 50s and 60s are only worth like 20 cents or something. They're not really worth a lot. But it was still fun to find in a $50 roll. There's another one of those thick ones. It's probably a 70s coin. It's like a toned, kind of like a toned uncirculated bicentennial. I'm not going to keep it, but yeah, there's some really nice stuff in here. It's kind of got a yellow toning on it. That's really nice. But I found one earlier that looks like it's from a proof set that's even nicer than that. That one I'm just going to toss. Wow. Man, I think I just got another mint set coin. Maybe. Or it's just a... Man, this one's really nice to be a circulated strike. The rim is like perfect. This is probably... Ooh, that mint mark's a little low. Not as low as that last one we found. But look at this. Birth your $50 for me. And it's like perfect. 1988. Look at the condition of that. Of course, it's got a couple hairline marks, but man, this is a blast white. This is probably another mint set coin. That is near perfect. Even the rim is thick. I'm guessing that was probably one out of one of the old cellophane wrappers. I'm definitely going to set that one aside. That's way too nice to toss back in. And it's a birth year one for me. Got another 1983 weak FG, almost the error. I dropped like 6 coins already. I'm going to have to clean up the floor. Look, there's a painted $50 on this roll. I didn't see it because that's the bottom of the... Kind of crazy. It's like a reddish purple paint. That's kind of funny. It's only on the one side too. It's weird. There's a 20. Oh, there's a 2006 NIFC, but it's not in perfect shape, so I'm not going to keep it. Yeah, I mean, if I always get a source of all newer coins of a year I don't have yet, I always keep at least some of them. But I haven't run into full rolls of... Well, if I got a... I've heard some people have gotten full boxes of the 2024 $50. I haven't got any of those yet. I just kept returning the 2023 $50 because I kept getting sealed boxes of the 2023s. But of course... I'm assuming the mintages got lower because I know they mass produced the 2023s, but I didn't really look into the 2024s yet, so I'm assuming they didn't make as many for sure. How many we got left? 5 rolls left after this one. Dropped another coin. And at the end of the last stream, literally the last roll I opened, actually it was this front left corner, the last roll I opened had a 90% silver $50 in it. So you never know, even down to the wire, it could happen. But I'm not sure if I'm going to open another box or not tonight. I don't know. Maybe I should open it. Or should I save it for another night? I'm not sure yet. Oh, I forgot to lower this from when I was focusing in on stuff before. Miss seeing that little flash of silver, though. It'd be nice to get one tonight. Got another one of those uncirculated bicentennials on the end of the roll, but it's not quite nice enough to keep. There's a 2002 NIFC. It's got the Ring of Death on it, so we're definitely not keeping that. Wow, there's a really sharp 83D. Had that golden looking rim. Pulled that one out first. All right, last roll of this box. Then I'll do a recap, and then I'll decide if I'm going to go through the other box. We were able to go through that one pretty quick. It's only been an hour. A lot of weird rims in this roll. And there's one, the edge is so smooth, it looks like just a blank copper round. This roll's got all kind of oddities in it. Okay, so that weird copper one is a really weird 1990. Let's try that again. It's a really weird 1991 with the coating worn off of the, like, taken off of the coin. And you can see the rim's like just like a smooth copper color. That's really crazy. I don't think that's a mint error, though. I think that's damage. And what is this one? Here's a crazy looking 1971. Look at the weird coloration on that one. That's almost like, I think that's like iron staining that turned a little bit pink too. It's like pink and orange. That is wild. I don't think I've ever seen that coloration before, but I think that's mostly iron staining. Huh, very odd. It's even got some blue and green on it. It's just toned really crazy. All right, I'm going to do a recap. We're going to go ahead and go through the second box. I don't want to do a separate stream for that box, so what I'll probably do is go through this box, and then we'll stream again next week. I did order more. I'm supposed to get more next week, so let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Let's keep going. But real quick, we're going to do a recap on the first box. Let's see here. I got, well, I'm not showing them. I got like 5 or 6 NIFCs. Let's see. I got my first ever 2024, which I'm going to set aside. I got a 1971 slight weak strike, but it's really not worth keeping. I'm going to throw it back. It's not good enough of an error. I got a stunning bicentennial that appears to be from a mint set. It's just particularly nice. It may even have some machine doubling on it. If you look at the 7s, and the mint mark's a little blurry, you can see the voids in the metal. Like, it's a little bit of a weak strike too. It's a very interesting coin, but look at the depth on that. I'm almost 100% certain that came from a mint set and wasn't a normal business strike, so I'm going to keep that. What came out in the second roll was a near perfect 2001 S proof. That was in the second roll. It's fantastic. Some of these are so shiny, they're sending the camera into a tizzy. But we got that. Then this one, the camera absolutely hates. It is so shiny. That's the camera's not going to focus on this one. That is the gold plated. There we go. The gold plated 20th anniversary counter stamped coin, 1960 to 1980, commemorating the 20th year of the presidency of JFK. 24 karat gold plated, stamped on a 1973. It's in almost perfect condition, like it was just taken out of the commemorative set. Then I got a 1983 gold plated, where the gold plating is almost completely worn off, or at least it's peeling off. The reverse is still okay. But that used to have a heavy gold plating on it. And then a nice 1985, and then the one toward the end there, I think this is a 1988 from a mint set also, due to the strike of it and how near perfect the fields are. So I'm saving that one for two for sure. So no silver in the first box, but plenty other stuff to make up for it. And all right, let's go through box 2, shall we? Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Maybe slightly more on the newer coins in this roll. I'm just trying to survey. I already just got a 1985 uncirculated, so this box may be decent again. Maybe from the same source. I got another one of them weird pinkish colored coins. It's got some of the surface messed up. But yeah, I just got a 1985 uncirculated. Huh. It's not like perfect though, so I'm tossing it back. It's just a business strike. (2021, 2023). Yeah, it seems like there's a little bit more newer coins in this box, but still a lot of circulated. So there could be anything in here. Oh, I'm not paying attention. I should be using another bag so that doesn't get too heavy. All right. Colleen, how's it going? Glad you could stop by. We're doing 2 boxes tonight because I figured why not? Is that copper or is that a 40% silver? That edge is toned. Okay, we may have a 40% silver here. I hope this one doesn't fool me. Oh, that's so weird. That one's so hard to tell. I'm going to show it up close. Oh, yeah, that's got to be a 40% silver. See the third one from the bottom? Really crazy distinction there, though. Third one up from the bottom, I think, is a 40% silver. It's got some kind of weird toning going on that darkened the one side of it. But you can see the seam there. I think that is, come on, don't fool me. Ah, oh, it did fool me. It's not silver. Man. I knew that one could go either way. It's a 1971. Man. That edge had me there for sure. I'll show it to you anyway, what it looks like. That one got me. It's a 71. See that rim? The coppery edge toned like a black color and made it mimic silver. Wow. That one is so, even looking at it now, it's hard. Well, if you look at real close up, you can see a couple areas where you can see the copper coming through. But I thought that might be a weird toned silver one. Okay. We got fooled on that one. Now we got to get a silver. We got to get payback. Man, I don't know. Is this coin in a dryer or something? Look at that 1991. Look how dull that looks. Yikes. Man, I thought we were into a 40% silver there. The last year was 1970 for the 40% silvers, but the 1970s are rare. They didn't make a lot of them. So it's technically like 1969 for usually what you're going to find in a roll. Of course, 1965 to 69 is 40% silver, and then anything 1964 before is 90% silver. But of course, the 1964s are the only year they made the Kennedy half dollars 90% silver as business strikes. Yeah, I can't believe that half dollar was not 40% silver, that one we found. That was the craziest toned claddage I've ever seen. It looked like that deep, dark, almost black silver color, how silver turns black sometimes. That's why I looked at it funny too, though. I knew it looked weird, but I did think that was going to be a silver. Regardless of the direction this box goes, we did really pretty good in that first box with the non-silver finds, though. Yeah, most people don't really collect a lot of the 40%, but I happen to get a lot of them because I get a lot of them from the rolls. Obviously, the most common silver to find in these rolls is the 40% silver. So I end up with quite a lot of them. But yeah, most people like the 90% silver, of course. I mean, who doesn't? Yeah, this box is a little bit heavier on the new coins, too. The other box was like maybe 4 or 5 per roll. This is maybe like closer to 6, 7 a roll, maybe. Nice 1979. Actually, there's only one uncirculated one in this roll, it looks like, from the edges. I just got another uncirculated bicentennial. Doesn't look as sharp as that one we found in the last box, though, that was from a mint set, I believe. This one is definitely uncirculated, though. Take a look at it a second. Man, actually, this one's super nice, too. I think the other one's a little bit sharper, but this one, the color is so pure. The other one seems like a deeper strike, though. Even though this one's like a little more white, the other one is like so crisp, like I've never seen before. That's still a nice coin, though. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, if you work somewhere where you go through a lot of coinage, I'm sure you get all kinds of stuff. Oh, hey guys, I think we got a proof coin. I got a super thick rim in here. Yeah, I'm 90% sure. We'll go with that. But yeah, I think I got a proof coin here. It looks like a nice one too. You can see it in the middle. It really sticks out. It's that one there. Right here. It's super thick. Compared to all the other new ones, that one is thick. Fat is how we like them. So I'm going to take a peek just to make sure. Yeah, it's proof, and it's in really, 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 really good condition. It came out reverse first, so I don't know the date. So we're going to play the guess the date game in the chat. Keep in mind the first one we found in the first box was a 2001. I'll show you all the reverse of this so you can guess. This thing is blast white in insanely good condition, similar to the one we found in the first box. If so, I'm personally going to guess a little bit on the newer end, but I'm going to show it here. I have not looked at the obverse. Look at that. It is so nice. The camera just doesn't like it. It's so shiny. There we go. Look at that. There's like not a mark on that. I'm just going to guess like 2014. Maybe it's on the newer end. Wow. Okay. I'm just going to go 2014. I'm going to set it down a second and look through the rest of the coins while everybody's guessing in the chat. I'm going to finish looking through this roll first. So we got another good one. While we're waiting on that one, look at the crazy coloration on this. It looks like maybe a smaller coin was sitting on this one. It's like an orangey brown on the outside and like gold in the center. That's wild too. That's a 1994. Anyway, let's see what the date is. Oh, man. These were definitely busted out of a collection. You guys aren't going to believe it. That's a 1979. It's got a few marks on the obverse, but look at that. That is crazy. I was not expecting it to be that old. I thought it was going to be early 2000s at the earliest. That's crazy. Wow. Beautiful. Man, can't stop looking at that one. Maurice, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate that. And I'm doing much better. I appreciate you asking. I've been doing significantly better. Since a couple days before New Year's, I've been doing just 100 times better. I'm really thankful for that. All right, let's keep going. Wow. If that was the only find I made in this box, that made it worth it right there. I've been finding a lot of proof coins in my boxes lately, so that kind of makes it fun, even when it's a little bit light on the silver. Okay, I actually just found another keeper. I found a 1986 that's like near unk, but it's a really, really bad, like struck through grease around the edges. It's actually one of the, I just dropped it. Where'd it go? It's actually one of the better ones I found. That's not it. Here it is. That's actually really nice. I'm going to take a look at that one in a second here. It's got some really interesting coins coming out. Yeah, that's definitely not post-mint damage. Wow, this is a great example. I'm definitely keeping this. The letters on the sides are really, really struck weak. I'll show it here, but yet it's in really nice shape with original luster on it. You can see there the date's a little bit weak in the 1-9, especially look around the top edges that around Liberty. It's so faded. But keep in mind, this is a uncirculated or near uncirculated coin because that's all original luster on it. Horrible weak strike around the edges. And then when you turn it over, you can see how it is an uncirculated coin because of all the luster. But down around where it says half, it's almost gone, and around United, that's actually a great example because it's in really good condition too. You can tell that's not due to wear. And see, if you take it away from the light, that's how it shows more pronounced. that's how you see it kind of with the naked eye without trying to highlight it with light. And I'll show it this way too, without hitting it in the light. Look, you can barely read it, but then when you tilt it into the light, you can kind of reveal it a little bit more. So that's actually a really nice example because it's on a high grade. And that is certainly a keeper. That's one of the better ones I found that's in that condition. So that's actually another keeper. Oh, yeah. Sometimes stuff accidentally gets thrown back into. But I've actually found one of those in the past where the last digit of the date's almost completely missing, struck through grease. I have found one of those in the past. Guys, I think we have another proof. I'm not kidding. This box is crazy. You'll be able to see it. It's already shining before I zoom this in. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth coin from the bottom. Look how thick that is in gold. And the shiny one at the top is just one of the new coins. There's like 3 2023s or 1s in there. Another one. So I'm going to take a little peek at this one just to verify. Yeah, it's another proof. It came out reverse first again too. So I'll show the back of it. Okay, now on this one, I'm going to compare it to the last one. The details don't look as deep. Yes, I'll actually show this difference in camera. The detail is not as deep. So I do think, well, I don't know if I can show them both at the same time. Well, I'll show the one I found. The detail is not as deep. I should have noticed that on the last one. So this is probably going to be a newer strike. I didn't recognize that on the last one like I should have. The detail's definitely lighter, not as pronounced. So this is probably a coin leaning toward the newer years, knowing how the strikes of coins changed. So if you all want to guess in the chat what year this one is, I'm going to compare this to the 2001 I found to see how the reverse lines up. The reverse looks fairly similar to the 2001. Like I said, it's not as deep of a strike like a lot of the older coins are. So I do think this is going to be a newer one and not like another 1970s one. There's a profound difference. I'm going to see if I can get these to show up at the same time so you can see what I'm talking about here. There you go. 1979 is on your, and that's, wait, yeah, no. Oh, I accidentally saw the date. But no, it's the one on the right side of the screen. You can tell this one here is the 1979. You can see it's deeper. I accidentally saw the date on it, so I can't guess. Coit, how's it going? We got a guess for a 2021, a 2018, a 2021. It's not as old as the other one, but it is a one of the 90s coins. It's a 1993S. Nice coin. This one has a few scuffs here and there, but I think most of that will come off with a little bit of a wipe. There you go. We got proof coins from 3 different decades. Let me give that a little bit of a rub. Yeah, this one has a little bit of scuff, a little bit of a scuff in the fields. And a little bit of, this one actually circulated maybe a tiny bit. There's a slight bit of wear on the high points, but it's still a really nice coin. It's actually, believe it or not, that is like the least nicest one we found all night, and it's still really nice. I thought that was going to be slightly a little newer than that too. I would have thought maybe late 90s, early 2000s, or maybe even up to around 2010. But 1993, that was still a little bit older than I was expecting. But yeah, most of the coins went to the thinner strikes, for lack of better terms, around like when? Around like 1990, I guess I would say, is when they started to thin out on the look of the strikes. But actually, for not finding silver, you honestly can't really do much better than we've been doing tonight, and it's not over yet. We've got 2 gold coins, gold-plated coins, 3 proofs, some beautiful uncirculated coins, some mint set coins. Just a good variety here. There's another thick one, but I think that's from the 70s. No, it's a 1983, a really thick rim. There's a black 1972 that fooled me for a second. Thought I missed the silver. We've had a couple teasers tonight. Pat, I'm thankful right now my bank is not charging me a fee to get the boxes, so I'm really happy about that. And it seems like they're willing at the moment for where I'm getting them to order me 2 boxes a week, so I'm hoping this lasts for a while. But I'm not having to pay a premium right now, so I buy these boxes for $500, and whatever I don't like, I return to a different bank, and I don't get charged to have them counted, which is really nice. So we've got a pretty good setup at the moment. So as long as I'm able to get circulated coins, we'll probably just do the 2 boxes a week and share the journey with everyone. If anybody wonders too why I kind of do this, is I drop them into my hand. It's not necessarily to find silver, although it is a habit and silver sounds different. It's actually to listen for coins that sound different. Like you can have coins that are under or overweight that sound differently. And sometimes I can tell by picking them up, which is why I like to go through them quickly one by one. I have found coins that are off of mint specification before that are actually pretty good errors. I have some in my collection that I found over the years. And when you pick up each coin, I'm just so used to doing it. If something feels a little funky, sometimes I can tell. Wow, there's a really sharp 72D. I'm not going to keep it, though. It's not perfect. And I dropped another coin. Oops. It's getting late. Almost threw the coins in the box. Back in the box. How do I return them? Well, I actually have what I call my dump bank, that you actually return the coins in bags that they give you. They put a deposit slip in the bag, they seal the bags, and then the bags get sent off to the main branch to be counted. And for account holders, there's no fee. So one of the things a lot of banks don't like is it's never advisable to return the coins to the same bank you get them from. The bank I get the coins from know me quite well, and they know. They said, I told them I will never return the coins here. I will never make you guys have more work, because for them, they have to, the coins have to be sent back so that they can get rolled or something. They can't leave them there. So, but yeah, I'm thankful the bank I return them to, I just have to actually throw all of the coins in these plastic bags, and they will get counted and then added to the account. If I had to re-roll these, it would be a massive hassle, and I honestly don't know if I would want to do it. But I got a pretty good setup right now with where to get them and where to take them back to, which makes life a lot easier. A lot of new ones in this roll all of a sudden. Wow, I got a blazing white 1990. May have another mint set coin. It's not a proof. But potentially another mint set coin. It's a blazing one, too. Oh, yeah, that's a keeper. This is probably right out of a mint set. There's definitely a collection dump in here. Look at that thing. That's got to be from a mint set. Another one of those ones that's so shiny, the camera doesn't even like it. I'm keeping that one for sure. I had a we have a 1988 and a 1990 that look like that. All right, keeping that one for sure. Yeah, it does look like somebody was cracking sets and dumping these. Makes you wonder too. You ever wonder if some of these coins could have been stolen or something? I mean, you just wonder how much stuff like this gets in circulation. Like how? I mean, I know a lot of it is unfortunately collectors pass away, and sometimes people just. I've known a lot of times like people know enough to at least know some of the stuff that's silver, so they'll keep the silver. But like anything that's not silver, they're just tossed back in. It's hard to say. There's so many different reasons these types of things can end up in circulation. But theft is one of those reasons. Some of these collections probably at some point were stolen. Okay, there's a really nice NIFC, a 2015D. I'm not going to show it up close. But yeah, a lot of times, honestly, though, probably most of the coins like this, though, are more like estate related. Like, you know, somebody inherits them, or, you know, or somebody passes away suddenly. And, you know, it's just somebody inherits them. They just think money's money and they just go turn it in at the bank. I think that's the most common cause of why these end up in circulation. I have always wondered though, like what collections were potentially like stolen though. I've always wondered that because obviously, unless you found like a mega rare coin that you knew was in a private collection or something, it's like it would be impossible to know if something came from a stolen source because there'd be no way to track it, you know, track the people back down unless they happened to see the video and knew exactly what their coins looked like, right? I did have one of the craziest stories. I'll tell this while I'm going through it. This is literally one of the craziest stories. Actually, it's a really wild story. So in Maryville, Tennessee, I used to live in Knoxville. Maryville is a little town south of Knoxville, Tennessee. And I was metal detecting. I was outdoor knocking, and I was metal detecting in just a little, like probably 1940s, 1950s house yard. And I found one of the old, kind of like what I'll call like an address tag. Basically, what it is it's like a primitive credit card, right, from like the 1950s or somewhere around there, where they were these little like aluminum metal plates. And I found one in this yard. And believe it or not, somebody watching my video months later recognized it was a family name. I was metal detecting the yard that they grew up in. I kid you not. It actually happened. And they were actually able to verify where the property was without me telling them. And I never showed it. I only showed the grass. So it was legit. And they tracked me down on Facebook. True story. So it would have been lost like sometime in like the 1960s, I think, around in there. And I believe it was one of their parents, I think, that would have lost it. Or I can't remember if it was one of their parents or someone else in the family. But they literally had lived there at some point in time and actually gave me the street that I was metal detecting on, even though I never showed anything. No scenery, literally just grass. True story. What are the odds that somebody that happened to be watching one of my videos, I actually metal detected their childhood yard? Hey, that's awesome, Maurice. I never found that many in a single box at one time, so that's really awesome. I think my best box on having silver for like the bank sealed boxes is somewhere around like 10 to 12, I think. I've never gotten like one of the massive silver collection dumps like you see some people find on YouTube. But we do have a proof collection dump tonight, and I think I got another one, guys. As I say that, this one looks a little bit more dull. I think this one is. Where is it? I think, is it this one? Right here. I got to look again. Yeah, that one. I'll verify it and check it myself first. I don't think that's just a 70s coin. It's very thick. Yeah, that's got to be a proof. Let me peek at it first. Oh, I want to look at the back, not the front. No! This one is just a really nice 70s coin. That one fooled me. That's a super thick rim. Oh, it's actually an uncirculated 1980. It's not a perfect strike, though. I'm not keeping it. Man, that one got me. I thought we had another proof. How many proofs do we have tonight, though? 3? 1, 2, 3. And then we got some mint set coins, though. Okay. That one got me. Okay, last roll of the top half of the box. Oh, that'd be awesome to find a storage unit full of coins. That would be right up my alley. Hey, Sawyer, glad to see you were able to stop in. Hope you're doing well. And I dropped another coin. I've got like 15 on the floor now. Okay, now into the bottom half of the box. I would like to find at least one silver tonight. Even though we're finding awesome collector's coins, there's something special about silver. But considering I didn't find any yet, I really don't have high hopes, but you never know when there could be a stray one. Sometimes it happens like that. It's very common to just find one in a box. Whoa, got a couple weird looking rims here. This one's really nice. Man, I got another one of those uncirculated 1988s. And a really nice bicentennial, not worth keeping though. Show this though. Maybe this was an uncirculated roll. We got another 88D that's like perfect. Wow, it's got a little scratch on it. This isn't as nice as the other one. Maybe there was an uncirculated roll of 1988Ds. That's the second one. These are really nice strikes, though. Really nice strikes. I'm going to set that one aside. Yeah, we got to add, it'd be fun to add at least one silver to the silver bucket for the year. Wow. It's got a really sharp 2015 D NIFC. That one's super sharp. That's a good strike. That one's like perfect. We'll set that one aside. Got another one of those thick rims, but I don't think it's a proof. Yeah, it's like a near uncirculated 1981. And there's a 1979 with a thick rim. It didn't fool me that time. I'm getting a little wise to the tricks of the coins. As I drop another one. Yeah, the rolls seem to be slowing down a little bit, but we found so much stuff. I think there'll be at least one more cool find floating in the bottom half of this box somewhere. Just checking a 1983 here. It might be a no FG, or it's very close. It's kind of worn, so it's hard to tell. I'd have to look at that one under a microscope. I'll show it here. See if we can see it on camera. Oh, you can see the G, but the F is gone. That's weird. Right to the right of the eagle's tail feathers. You can only see the G letter. It's supposed to have the letters FG for the initials. And this is not in the greatest shape either. Yeah, so if that was fully a no FG, that would be worth, I don't know, in that condition, probably only like $5 or something, but that one's not quite. Sawyer, I don't know if I've ever strained lower back. I can't really remember. I probably have at some point. But yeah, I know back strains can be a little bit tricky, but I really didn't have problems until my injury when I had my fall, and just a lot of information built up my body that aggravated a lot of areas that I detect, from like the neck to the whole right side of my body. But yeah, I can't remember having lower back strain. But all I know, it does help to use the lighter detectors possible. There's a lot more lightweight detectors out these days that are really good. Where back in the day, metal detectors were like super heavy. So a lot of the problems I had came from swinging around the old mine labs that were like swinging a bag of bricks around. But I hope your back feels better. Well, that's weird. I just pulled out 4 bicentennials in a row. Coin on the end of this roll sticky. Have I ever done $1? I did gold $1 one time, and it wasn't like interesting enough for me to do again. But I did find a lot of the NIFC gold dollars, the more modern ones. It was just never It wasn't as interesting enough to me to do again. But I have gone through a box of them before. Yeah, and I got a lot of the really low mintage ones too, of the newer coins. If I remember correctly, I think the Minelab Equinox is balanced a lot better than a lot of the older Minelabs. So even though I think it's not the lightest detector, I think they balanced it a little bit better. There's a 2018D NIFC. I'm not keeping it. Now, I do, like, if the banks ever get the Eisenhower dollars in, I'll always grab them. They don't come up often at all. But if I can ever get the Eisenhower dollars for face value, I will pick them up. But it's been a long time since I've got any of those at the bank. I honestly don't really even ask because I usually don't expect them. But I should get in the habit of asking more often, or let them know at my bank if they ever get any, I'll take them. Box is slowing down. We get about half of the bottom left here. Silver just doesn't want to show its face today. It saw me coming, and it jumped out of the box. There's a 2002 NAFC. Not keeping it. I dropped another coin. Yes, Maurice, these are Brinks boxes. They're the only boxes I get. I only ever got a Loomis box one time. My bank must have, or not my bank, but wherever the Brinks must have actually gotten a Loomis roll, and it was turned in from a bank. And I did get a Loomis box one time. But yeah, almost always, unless I get customer wrapped coins, I always have the black Brinks boxes. There's a 2020. Oh, that's cool, Sawyer. I'm sorry there wasn't any silver in it, but that's still cool to find them up there. Getting down to the wire here, and then I'll do a recap at the end and show everything that we found. Come on, let's get one more find in here. There's a nice uncirculated 1971D. It's not perfect. We'll toss it back. Jan, I'm glad you can make it. Good to see you. Oh, that's cool, Christine. It's always fun to make collections from the bank boxes for sure. It's fun to make collections out of anything that you find. It just makes it a little bit more special rather than just buying them. It's another uncirculated bicentennial, but it's not. I got to notice that my connection was unstable there for a minute. Got a 74D weak strike that affected the eagle a little bit. I'm going to check it with a couple other coins here. That's interesting. The details weak in the middle of the coin and then a little bit on the lettering. But I don't think it's good enough to keep. It's a pretty interesting coin, though. I'm not going to bother showing it up close. It's not too pronounced. Just dropped another coin. Three 1909 VDBs. That's awesome. I never did a ton of penny hunting, so I've never found an 09 VDB. The best date I found coin roll hunting was a 1912D. But it was like severely damaged, like it was bent or something. It was like bent or clipped or something. You couldn't have put it in an album if you wanted to because it wasn't perfectly flat. Or, I mean, it was flattened a little bit. I think it was bigger than it was supposed to be. Dude, don't trick me. Is this a weird one? There's a weird edge thrown through. What is wrong with this coin? There's copper showing through, but the edge is like messed up. I'm going to pull it out here. Dude, wait till you guys see the edge. I knew this one was funky, though. Wait, let me look at this first. I don't know if somebody did something to this coin. Let me show you this. See 1977? Got a little bit of an odd tint to it. Look at the rim. It almost looks like a silver rim, but I could tell there's a little bit of copper showing through. I don't know what happened to this coin. I think somebody actually plated this. See the rim there? You can see a little bit of copper showing through. I think this coin's been plated. Maybe not. I know it's really weird, but I knew something was weird. It didn't fool me. It caught my eye, but it didn't fool me. Silver marker, yeah, something. Somebody did something to that coin that's not natural, and it got me looking for a second, but I knew the rim didn't look quite right. There's a gold tone 79. Well, maybe the end of this box is going to end up a dud, but that's okay. I'll show everybody a final wrap-up of everything we found before I get off here. But it looks like the bottom of this box was fairly uneventful. But remember, last stream there was a 90% silver in the final roll in the top left corner, and that's where we're ending tonight. So you never know until it's over. Don't see anything in this one either. I think I got another uncirculated 88D. That must have been a roll of them, because that's like the third one I found. $74D. It looks a little fat. I got to check this one maybe for the double die up first. No, I think it's just worn down and looks a little funny. I should probably look at this one under a microscope. Looks a little suspect. We'll pass on it. Last roll. It looks like we're going to end this hunt without any silver, but got some good stuff anyway, and we're going to show it all here in a moment. I'm dropping coins like crazy now. Now I got an uncirculated 2001D. All right, well, that's it. All right, let's I'm gonna, for everybody that's just stopped a minute, I'm gonna do a recap of what we found, and then I'll hang out in the chat here a little bit. Yeah, I think somebody did color this 1977 with silver marker or something. It's wild. Toss it back anyway. Okay, let's get these. This, and this. And yeah, this is the best of it here. Okay, so first off, I'll just start with the miscellaneous coins. I'll just show a couple of them. Let's see. Okay, we'll do the. I got a struck through grease 1986 uncirculated. That's actually really nice, especially because it's on a high grade coin. This is actually a keeper. Probably not super valuable, but since it's a really nice example and a high grade, I mean, it's worth a few bucks anyway. I got a couple really nice uncirculated coins. I'm not going to show them up close. Oh, where's the other one here? I will show this one just to give an idea of the best one. I got a couple coins that I'm pretty sure came out of the old mint sets, even though they're not proof coins, like this one. 1976 D Bicentennial. It's incredibly sharp and incredible depth. Like, you never see them like this, which is why I'm almost certain this came from a mint set. I found that one. The date even looks different on this one. It's like thicker. Anyway, I got that. I got a Blast White uncirculated 1988 and 1990. Just some really nice high-end coins. Bunch of NIFCs, nothing special. Then on to the good ones. We got 3 proof coins. I'm not going to show them all up close. This is actually the worst one, and it's still really nice. It's a 1993 S proof. And I will show the last 2 up close because they're super nice. So nice. It doesn't want to, the camera wants to focus through the reflection. There you go. An absolutely stunning 2001 S. It's in the second roll we opened tonight, and that one is literally fresh. It's like near perfect. And then one that was a little bit shocking, it was circulated a little bit, but it's an older one in great shape too. There's a little bit of wear on the high points. If we can get the focus, it's just so nice. There you go. Look at that. 1979. That was shocking. And the reverse is pretty much perfect, except for, like I said, a little bit of area on the high points there on the eagle. Maybe has some light scuffing. But that was a shocker. And then we got an old gold-plated 1983. The gold plating's literally coming off. The reverse is a little bit better. And then the camera hates this one, but I got a 20-year anniversary of the president of JFK that's counter-stamped. It's 24-karat gold-plated. That's actually as good as the camera's going to do to show the gold color. And you can see the counter stamps on it, 1960 and 1980 above the date of 1973. These used to come in little blue sets, and somebody broke it out, obviously. It's not a super valuable coin, but in this condition, it's worth like $9. And you can see where the counter stamps went through and where it's bulging on the reverse. But it's in great, it's in like, the plating's in perfect condition. It's not wearing off or anything. I think this was recently broken out of a set, or it was broken out a long time ago and just a collector had it. You can see the gold rim on it. We found that by the rim because I knew it was going to be a nice old gold-plated one. I think I found one of these in the past. They don't pop up often, but I did find one of these many years ago. So yeah, that's it for the 2 boxes today. No silver today, but we made up for it in collector's coins. Obviously, there's been quite a few collection dumps in my area recently on the collector's coins, and high quality ones too. You can see the rims on these. I don't know if this focuses. Let's focus it this way. Of the proofs in the gold. They just look so much thicker. Yeah, I think they are a type of memorial. Let me see. The little booklet, it says here, the front of the little thing they came in, it says the John F. Kennedy half dollar, double dated 1960 to 1980, covered in pure 24-karat gold, commemorating the 20th anniversary of his election to the presidency is what it says. In the reverse, they made a lot of these. They each had a special number on the back of them. That this came in the little blue like sleeve it came in. It says, this is to certify that the John F. Kennedy half dollar contained herein has been issued by the United States Mint and double dated 1960 and 1980 to commemorate the 20th anniversary of John F. Kennedy's election to the presidency. This special $1/2 is covered in pure 24 karat gold and is hereby authenticated as a special anniversary commemorative, the Columbia Mint. Yeah, so that's cool. So it's from the Columbia Mint. And yeah, these used to come in a little blue. Kind of looks like almost like a little, I don't know if it's like a little bit of a cardboard thing. Well, like a heavy cardstock kind of thing. And just has two sides, kind of rectangular. You can look them up on eBay. But I think like the cheapest ones in good shape are like $9 with the shipping. So a lot of people are asking more, but I mean, the one I'm looking at right now, they're asking $45 for. There's a pretty big difference in the prices on them. I guess, I don't know what the difference is. Sometimes people just ask for a lot. Well, yeah, the ones that are cheaper aren't all in the greatest shape. So yeah, just call it worth $10. Just call it worth $10 anyway. I did find one in the original sleeve though for $9, which is actually a pretty good buy. If somebody wants to pick one up on eBay, there's one for, oh no, they have like 8 available. Maybe that's why they're cheap. They're trying to get rid of them. If you buy 4 or more, you can get them for $3.75 a piece. I think this person just wants to dump them. It's actually a new account on eBay. Somebody just wants to get rid of a pile of them, it looks like. So looks like they drove the price down a little bit. All right, anyway, there you go. 3 proofs, a stunning gold-plated Kennedy commemorative, an old gold-plated one, then a couple really nice blazing uncirculated mint set coins. And that was it for the night. And I'll hang out in the chat a little bit, then I'm going to hang out. Yes, you're late, Michael. That means you have to super chat because you're late. Oh, you're in Fargo and it's 0 degrees, so stay warm. I think it's supposed to get down to actually like 12 tonight here in Tennessee. Pretty cold. Thank you, Maurice. You too. Thank you, Anshan. Appreciate it. Take care. Sounds good, Sawyer. I'll probably be putting out some more soon too, just whenever I have a chance to do some discussions or studies. Do I have any tips for door knocking for metal detecting? No, I just keep it. Well, one of the things I actually usually wear not like super bright like a rainbow or something, but just like generally brighter colors so you look presentable. I wouldn't go up to somebody's door wearing like camo or something really dark, like a black hoodie or something. Just look presentable. I mean, it doesn't have to be like a suit and a tie, but just wear like a nice shirt, whether it's blue or orange or red or something. Just, don't try not to look suspicious, and just strike up a conversation with them. Say, I say, hey, I'm into history, and I like to metal detect as a hobby, and maybe give them a little bit of your background. Anything could help. I usually, if it's in the city I'm in, I say, I live in. I'll tell them like the area that I live in, so they know that I'm local. Sometimes it's just a thing. People are sometimes more open to people who are local. Like if you are out of state and you're like, hey, I'm from this state. Sometimes you just seem more of like an outsider. So it just depends. You just try to go in whatever way, in the discussion you can. I usually focus on the history part of it, though. I like to show people that, you're into that sort of end of it. And then you could at least find something to talk about, and just tell them that, you like to look around old houses to recover, relics and coins and those sorts of things. And just try your best to have a conversation. And, if they do seem interested, I normally don't push it unless they ask, but you can offer to split the fines if it's something they're interested in, or maybe if they're not sure or something like that. That's really up to you how you want to approach it. But I did a video on it. I'm not sure if I still have it on YouTube or not. But I did a big video on door knocking. So if it's live, you can just search door knocking on my channel. I don't know if it's still public though. I privated a lot of my older videos. Linda, we did get some snow here over the last week, but we had a couple days that were a little bit warmer, so it's pretty much all melted right now. But it's going to be cold for the next like 2 weeks. So whatever, the ground's kind of already frozen. So whatever snow we get over the next week or so is probably gonna lay. But yeah, we had about 1 inch to 2 laying for a day or two, but then it melted. Yeah, yeah. Don't mention any prison time or any or valid or warrants out for you. That wouldn't be a good idea. Good night, Christine. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I'm saying I hope you feel better. I know COVID's not fun, but take care. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up because it's getting a little bit later here. Um, oh, I need to stretch too. I sat for this whole thing, but it was a fun hunt. Anytime we make some good finds is a good night. We got some real good ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. I am supposed to pick up 2 more boxes next week. I will probably stream those as well. And yeah, so look for more streams and we'll go from there. And I don't know what other content I may or may not do. Just whatever seems like a good at the time right now. I'm taking my life one day at a time at the moment. So anyhow, take care, Linda, Michael, Sawyer, everyone else who's still here. We'll see you soon.